So center your clay. And pay attention to my hand positioning, because you've done it enough and you've probably picked up some habits, some areas that aren't working. So watch what's working for me. It doesn't mean you have to do it like me, but until you find something that works for you, you might want to try doing it the way I do it. You want to open it just like a cylinder, go down and leave about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch at the base. And then you're going to open the floor the same way as well, but instead of actually crooking your finger to get rid of all the clay in the corner, you're going to keep it angled and kind of scoop it to keep that curve happening that a bowl has. So a cylinder is a flat bottom and like a 90-degree angle. A bowl is a continuous curve. And that's what I'm going to look at when I'm evaluating the bowls. It's one of those things. So stretch it open. This is the part that gets skipped a lot with bowls, and that's why the bottom is very thick. Stretch it open almost as far as the centered lump of clay. And notice when I stretch, I'm also lifting up my fingers at the end and creating an interior curve. Can you guys see that? So the floor is wide, like the base. And these walls are thick. So if you turn in a bowl this size, I would say you could probably push yourself and do a little bit bigger, okay? Shoot for somewhere in between this one and those other two. Okay, and when I start the walls, I begin in the middle, in the bottom, and work my way out to the edge, redefine that shape, and then I start to pull the walls up as the fingers meet and come together. Right here, I'm squeezing the clay between the fingers and bringing it up like a cylinder. Don't let the clay open up. It's going to want to naturally, but until your walls are thin enough, it's not going to be helpful to have your clay open. It could collapse, or you'll end up with thicker walls. And one of the areas that tend to collapse is really close to the bottom. If you start opening up beyond the foundation and the support structure, the walls will collapse. And through doing that a couple times, you're going to learn what the clay can and can't do. So I'm going to pull one more time to bring up some more thick clay. And I'm starting to let the clay open, because it's near the end of my thinning process. Okay. So this is a fine bowl. You could turn this in. It'll be good. After you trimmed it. It's a little flat looking on the outside, but trimming away the bottom, bringing the foot in smaller, will bring it into a rounder shape. But I also want to show you how a bowl like this could then be opened up. To change the shape of it. I'm pushing out a little bit with my inside hand, and then the outside hand is guiding it. And it like curves. And it curves. My outside hand took over at the end and kept this more of like starting to be a closed form, or you can make an open form. And looking off to the side in profile, you can pop that out in the middle even more and make that more appealing of a shape. Compress your rim. It's a really important part of your piece. It's small, it's a detail, but it's really crucial. You can decide if it's going to be soft and round, or if it's going to be really flattened out and strong and geometric that way with sharper edges. Sometimes you can angle it in just to give it a change of an edge. So decide what the rim's going to do. And then this bowl is nicer than what I just had because the shape and the form is stronger, and I made decisions about what it's going to be. If you want to try a rib, this is a great project to work with this kidney-shaped rib. Actually, I don't even know what a kidney shape is. I've never seen a kidney, but some people call this a kidney-shaped rib. I doubt the kidneys look like this at all. So, but this is the rib, whatever its name is. It's pretty smooth. If you get a lot of throwing lines, this can help shape it. I'm putting pressure on it. I'm substituting my inside fingers and using the rib to help make it more round. So if you get a lot of wobbles and stuff, this is great to compress and smooth. And then the last thing you want to do is cut away any extra clay or dig in underneath there so that the wire has a edge to go through and stay under. Cut it as flat as you can. Save yourself a lot of trimming troubles. And if you want to, you can leave it on the bat. It's totally removable, but this works too, as long as there's enough bats. Sound good?